Heat hosting the Jazz, and the Jazz are plus 230 on the money line. The Heat are minus 275. The Heat are 7.5 point favorites, and the over-under is at 222.5. The Jazz have won their last two games. The Heat have lost the last game that they played. Now, before you bet on these games, understand that these are the overnight odds. They're going to change the closer we get to tip-off tomorrow. Use a site like VegasInsider.com. It'll allow you to compare all the casinos' pricings in one place. And then use a site like Twitter. Go to Underdog NBA and see what players are playing in this game, because that's probably going to be the most important thing for you. And then go to Covers.com. It'll allow you to compare how these teams have done individually, head-to-head, against the spread, the over-under, so on and so forth, and it's totally free. Now, head-to-head, the home team is 8-2 in their 10 meetings. The Heat have won their last 4 games against the Jazz. The Heat are 7-3 against the Jazz in their last 10. The underdog, however, has covered the last 4 games, and the underdog is 7-3 against the spread. The favorite is 5-5 on the money line. The over has hit in their last 4 games. The over is 6-4 in their last 10. And the under 222.5 is 7-3. Now, this game, for whatever the reason is, even when I wrote down this stuff, feels like a trap game. I just don't know why. The last game that they played, the Heat beat the Jazz 126-123 in Utah. The game before that, they won 111-105 in Utah. The game before that, they won 118-115 in Miami. And the game before that, they won 124-116 in Miami. The last time the Jazz beat the Heat was on February 13th of 2021. They won 112-94 in Utah. So with the exception of one game that they've played in their last 4, the Heat have not beaten the Jazz by more than what this spread is here, and they barely beat them by that. And I imagine that this spread is going to get hammered down when people see that, because it seems like it's too good to be true. Now, head-to-head, overall, the Jazz are 5-5 in their last 10. They've won their last 2 games, but they've covered their last 3 games that they've played, and they are 6-3-1 against the spread. The over has hit in their last 2 games, and the under is 5-4-1 in their last 10. We've had 230 points, 255 points, 236 points, and 248 points in their last 4 games. The last 5 games that the Jazz have played have been on the road, which also might explain the very heavy spread, because they're figuring their fatigue because they played in Charlotte the last road game that they played. Now, the Heat are 4-6 in their last 10, and they are 3-7 against the spread. The last 2 games that they've played have gone over, and the over-under is 5-5 in their last 10. We've had 240, 233, 204, and 258. The 258 was against the Hawks. I'm going to take the Heat with the money line. I'm going to take the Jazz getting as many possible points as I can. And I'm going to go under in this game. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut.